Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Nadine here at Bo's Corner. And today, as you guys can see, I have my special guest with me.
Hey, what's going on,
y'all? This is Charles Gunn, my future husband, my fiance. In today's video, what we are going to be doing is we are going to be telling you guys our experience with sleep training our now 9-month-old baby. Sleep training was, how would you categorize it? Do you think it was easy?
It was tiring, that's what it was.
Okay, so it wasn't the easiest thing to do, but luckily we had each other to kind of like bounce back and forth and take turns going into his room and things like that. So we made it. We survived our first week, but yeah, it was a long first week. And I do want to say that when we recorded, we were recording in hopes of going to bed at specific times. So I had my bonnet on, Charles is ready to go to sleep, and unfortunately the first couple of days that's not how it worked out, but we got through it. So let's get into it. Okay guys, so today is Sunday, August 15th, and today is going to be Riah's first day of sleep training. I am super nervous. It's probably going to be like the first time that we're intentionally trying to get him to sleep by himself. It's about 9 o'clock right now, and he's settling down with Charles, drinking. I'm having his last bottle for the night. But yeah, 9 o'clock, we're gonna go ahead and get started. What time is it? What time is it?
9:14.
So the time right now is 9:14.
Oh, he just started crying too.
And we just put him in his crib and we just closed the door. We said goodnight, but my heart.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
He's in there by himself.
I know. He can't get out the crib. We know he can't get out the crib. We know he's fed.
He's screaming.
I know. He's okay. Listen, we'll go get him in 3 minutes and 48 seconds, okay?
All right. I feel like it's going to be a long night.
Let's go in the back like this. Because I know we keep hearing the screams.
All right. I'm going to try to bring the camera by the room so that you guys can hear it too. Because my heart is breaking right now.
Why would you do that to yourself?
All right. So I don't know if you were able to hear, but he's like so tired, but trying to fight it because he doesn't see us. But we've hit a 10-minute mark. We haven't gone into the room yet. I told Charles to set it again for another 5, and I'll give him a break by the 15-minute mark if he's not asleep. Charles is gonna go in because I can't do it. My heart hurts really bad right now. But yeah, we're 10 minutes in. Talk to you in a bit. How do you feel?
It was all right, man. It was just, he's going crazy in there. So it's like when I came in, you could tell it was like that relief on his face. Like, whew, they're back. And now I wouldn't pick him up. He was like grabbing my shirt. So it was a lot, man. But you know, I think he's doing a good job. He's a big boy. He'll figure it out. But yeah, we'll give him another 20 minutes and. Just relax. You got it. There you go, big guy. Bye, baby. Treetops in the window. So it wasn't as bad this time. I think what it is he doesn't know what to do. So when I laid him down and kind of pat him on his back a little bit, he stopped crying. He was sucking on his pacifier. I think he started to get a little bit. Of course, as soon as I walked out, he realized I wasn't there. He did that again. So next time, I think I'm gonna go in and do the same thing. Lay him down, pat him on his back, kind of coach him to what we want to do, and then we'll take it from there.
So the time right now is 10:26. That means we won't go back in until 10:46.
Yeah.
20 minutes.
Yep.
So he's not making noise anymore, and he's sitting up, but he's literally so tired. He's just like trying to fall up. I wonder if we should move him so he doesn't fall back and hit his head. But yeah, he's tired.
And the time right now is 10:35. Right now. Please be careful, please be careful.
I just feel like we should go in there and lay him down.
No. Not
You
at
see
all.
him?
Yep, it's okay. It's okay. He'll be okay. It's okay. It's okay, Charles. It's okay. That's the point, is for him to know that he has to lay down to go to sleep.
But since it's the first time, maybe we could like just lay him down.
Nah.
So then he knows. Cause like right now, like that's what I was saying before, is like he doesn't know.
That's why we got the camera. Alright guys, time now is 10:40. Point to him there. He is right there. So that's his paper. His little body is moving right now. I think Mom and Dad scored a point today.
Yeah, we gotta take a W on that one.
Night one.
We had a really rough go at it.
The first night.
That was the first night?
That was the first night.
Shoo. Yeah, nah, that was rough. You know, we kept going in there every 20 minutes. I would say 20 minutes probably wasn't long enough, but we went in there probably more for us than for him. But you know, it kind of is what it is that first time. But one thing that worked finally is I went in there. Well, kind of worked, but I went in there and he was standing up, just like jumping around. And I laid him down and like pat his back, and he was calm. And he played me because I was like, yeah, I got him. I'm looking at it, and he's like, yeah, I got this. And then as soon as I walked out the door, he goes wiggling around and standing up. So yeah, he played us that time, but shortly after that, he went to sleep. So I think like it was just kind of, he figured out like, oh, this is what they want us to do. So, you know, shortly after that, he fell asleep. So I think overall it was a success. Nadine was gonna do a lot of crying that night, but she stayed strong. Hey, listen, you did that.
Yeah, but it was also really hard because you go from having a baby that's sleeping with you since they were born, and then all of a sudden he's transitioning into a crib. So I came at it from like his perspective, like, you know, like I've known these people every night, and now all of a sudden they're nowhere to be found when it's time to go to sleep. So
you thought about it like you was him.
Mm-hmm. My feelings, y'all, they were a little hurt. But then after I got good sleep after that first night, I was like, I'm with this. Like, he gotta go. So the first night is really tough. I'd say the first couple of nights.
I'm about to say, it was rough like the first 3 or 4, and then I think we like got out of sync, so he ended up sleeping with the bed with us like the 5th night. And probably the biggest thing I say is keep a regular routine. I feel like
Consistency is key.
Yeah, it's probably like 2 weeks for us now.
Yeah, we're probably in our second week. This is our second week. Yeah.
So 2 weeks, and I mean he goes down pretty good. He still gets a little cry for maybe 10 or so minutes before he goes down. But I feel like if we had been more consistent, this would be a piece of cake by now. But I mean, I'm happy with the progress. I think we did the best that we could, and you just gotta do it at your own pace, man. All the people everybody got a bunch of opinions. Some people was like, yo, let them cry for 10 hours. Some people
not 10 hours.
It was something like that. She was like, don't go in there at all. Like he's just gonna like pass out from exhaustion. I'm like, that's crazy.
Child abuse.
Yeah, like what you doing to the kids?
I mean, everybody has their preference though.
Yeah.
Because I feel like initially we wanted to go in every like 5 minutes and increase, like double the time.
I don't know where we got that from.
Yeah, like
5 minutes
there are a
enough.
bunch of like resources and things that people say. I would say like go with your instinct. When you feel like the baby is crying, like they're about to pass out, they're throwing up. Like the first night he was sweating like crazy. And Charles told me that he was sweating. So like we kind of monitored him a lot on the camera just to make sure like, you good? You about to pass out, or are you putting it on? You gaming us right now? And it was a little bit of both because he was really sweating, but he was also like every time we came in, the crying stopped.
Right.
So we tried to not go in as much, and when he kind of caught on to like what we were doing, he kind of fell asleep. But yes, Charles was absolutely correct. Like you actually have to show them, like model what you want them to do. Otherwise, they'll just stand up and just start screaming at the top of their lungs. So yeah, it's not easy, but you got this.
Okay, so Nadine went in tonight for the first time. Just checking on their progress.
That was really hard. He actually put his head on my like arm to go to sleep, but all I could do was say it's okay. Like I walked out. I don't know if I can do this. It's okay.
You got it, baby. You got it.
If he's really like sweating.
Yeah. That's how it was yesterday.
Okay, I'm gonna go in the back because I can't.
All right.
So the time right now is about 9:50.
Finish this hand space. So the last trip in there was a success. He was still crying, of course. I went in there, wiped his face down, got a little bit of sweat off of him, and the same thing as last night. Just made sure it's like put the pacifier in his mouth, kind of tap his back to calm him down, and then lay him down, and then tap his back. And I kind of held him there a little bit. I kind of held him there a little bit as I tapped him, so like no, just stay down. And so he got back up, of course. And then,
when you were leaving out,
we just kind of gave him a second. And then I put him back down again with the pacifier in his mouth. And then that time, he was actually a little bit quiet. And, he kind of stayed there and got into sleeping motion. And then I just patted him a little bit. And then we left. And then, of course, he started crying again. But, I mean, it couldn't even have been 5 minutes later. Sounds like he went to sleep. So
It's the daddy whisperer.
what can I say, man? Look, you gotta show him what you need, man. He's just thinking we leaving him in there to chill. Like, all right, go to sleep, big guy. Like, let me lay you down.
Good
show
job
you what you
modeling.
need. That's all good, but nah, he's
Model
good,
the
man.
behavior. What time is it?
It is, it's only 10 o'clock. We did 45 minutes better than yesterday?
Yep, yesterday he went to sleep at what time?
Oh, man. Yeah.
11?
Just
Yeah,
today?
but that's good to know when we put him down,
Yeah.
to lay him down so he knows what the expectation is.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Day two. Day 2 in the books.
Hey, man, what them shots, man?
Oh, Lord.
Oh.
Hey guys, so today is Thursday, August 19th, and this is Riah's, what, 5th day, Charles? Is it his 5th day?
Yeah, 5.
It's Riah's 5th day, sleep training, and he's actually doing pretty okay. He's in his room right now, and he's kind of whining, and, you know, he wants us to come back in, but we staying strong. We got this. We're staying strong. I didn't tell y'all about yesterday. So yesterday we put him in his crib at 9 o'clock on the dot, and 15 minutes later he was gone. Like, he went to sleep. He did wake up at about 2 this morning though, and he wanted his bottle. Gave him a bottle, and then he went back to sleep. And then today, I'd say we put him down at about 9:42. So we're just gonna wait and see how long it takes him before he goes to sleep. But yeah, day 5, we in here.
So I want to talk first about how we prepared him to get ready to go down for his sleep for the night. So the first thing that I would do is give him a bath. I usually use lavender to kind of calm his senses down. And usually I'm not playing with him. Like, I'm not mean or anything, but I'm very like, all right, let's get into that calm mindset kind of a thing. I let him play a little bit, and then once he comes out, he's usually pretty calm. And then after, I get him dressed. We do his little hair routine, and then I give him a warm bottle.
So yeah, by the time we give him the bottle though, like, we already got the lights off, like the TV and brightness down, like everything that can distract him, we already turned all that off.
So yeah, I forgot to say that, like, by the time I give him the bottle, we're already in his room.
Right.
And if Charles is watching TV, he turns the volume down, turns the light in the living room, the hallway down, off.
But like, now that he's getting a little bit better at it, I turn the volume back up. Because it's like, we want to make sure he's not like only used to going to sleep in silence and stuff. So turn the volume up just a little bit. Every day I kind of turn it up more and more, just so he get used to the fact that it ain't silent when you go to sleep. We still up, we living, and
not too loud though.
Hey, alright, you stay asleep.
Okay, so after we give him the bottle, we're in his room at this point. Then Charles starts to read to him. And we have this book, God Gave Us You.
Yeah, that's it.
So the name of the book is God Gave Us You. And basically it's a cute book about how we wanted a baby and God gave us our baby.
Yeah, I don't know where you found that whack book.
It's a really nice
that book is trash.
Charles does not like it, but I think it's the cutest book. And like, when I read it to him, I try to read it to him from like a mommy perspective.
You. I'd be looking like, alright, it's time to sleep.
But yeah, like, after we finish reading the book to him, then we kind of come together and like hug each other as a family, say a quick prayer, and then Charles takes over.
Yeah. He don't like me very much.
Yeah,
it's like, cause like at night, as soon as he comes close to me, he's like all squirmish and stuff. And if I grab him, he'll like run to her, or he'll just scream until he gets back to her. And that really didn't start until I started being the one to put him in the actual cradle, or what's it called? Crib. Put him in the crib, and ever since then, like at night when it gets dark and it gets a little lower in noise,
he kind of knows what's
he
up.
knows like, ah, nah, stay away from me. So
yeah,
you know, it's kind of just one of those things. But yeah, you know, somebody got to do it.
Yeah, because I know I'm emotional. Like, I'm so used to sleeping with him in our bed, but Charles and I got to a point where he wasn't even sleeping like how normal humans sleep. Like, he was literally laying across the bed, and like Charles is hanging on one side and I'm hanging on one side. And this is part of the reason why we started the sleep training, because we just had no space. We weren't sleeping well. We were waking up grumpy, right? Yeah. And then, you know, for safety, we're waking up in the middle of the night, just making sure that he's okay. And so Charles and I got to this point where it was just like, this isn't happening. Like, something has to happen. And we both looked at each other one day and was like, today is the day. So a baby only knows what you show them, what you give them. So if you going in every time he cries, he's gonna know, like, if I wake up and I start crying, mommy's gonna come in. So what we started doing is we started to let him cry for at least 10 minutes before I would go into the room to give him a bottle, and it actually worked.
So yeah, at first he definitely didn't sleep through the night. It was he was used to getting up at like 3-4 a.m. So for him, it was like normal time, even though he was in the crib. So he would still get up at 3-4, and when he would get up at 3-4, we tired. Ain't nobody trying to be fighting with a baby and letting him sleep, holler out for an hour, 2 hours. So
that is true.
I can't even lie. He ended up back in the bed a couple nights, probably like 2. And then we had to sit down with each other.
Listen, we're tired, y'all.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely. We are first-time parents, and it's just tiring. So whatever, any little thing we could do to get extra time to sleep, it's kind of how it started to go. But then we had to get back into the mode of like, yo, if we are serious about the sleep training, I am not trying to be in bed with a 3 or 4-year-old. Later down the line, we need to throw him back in the crib.
So he's at the point now where we put him down around 9. He'll, you know, fight around for like 10-15 minutes while he still hears us moving around, and then he's good. Like, we won't hear no cries from him till like what, like 6-7.
Yeah, that's one thing. If he sleeps through the night, you're guaranteed an early wake up.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, but that kind of leads us into some tips that we have for any parents sleep training their babies, because number one, you have to be consistent. Like, if you are not like ready for the mindset of, all right, I'm sleep training my baby, you really have to be consistent. That means that you have to have your nighttime routine down pat. That means that
you gotta make sure you get him down like around the same time. So like 9:15, that was our window. Making sure he was down then. And when he get to crying and doing all the craziness and acting like it's the end of the world, you just gotta leave him be in this.
And you have to do it every single day. Like, the crying, the bedtime routine.
You can take days off by accident.
Yes, but
like,
for the most part, you have to be extremely consistent. Like, you have to, I guess, the whole point in sleep training is teaching a baby how to comfort themselves, right? Because when they get older, mommy and daddy are not always going to be around, right? So they need to learn that they can soothe themselves back to sleep. And don't give in. For any first-time mommies, don't give in. I know the first couple of days, I was a little sucker, and I was just like, oh my God, my baby is crying. Do not give in. Like, it'll be worth it at the end. Like, keep fighting the good fight.
Yeah, it's good to have the strictness and make sure everything's perfect and you do everything right. But in reality, you know, there's ups and downs to it. As long as you staying consistent and as much as you can, you're sticking to it, it'll be okay. It might take a little bit longer, but it's gonna work out. No need to stress yourself and go all crazy. Like, just stick with it and it'll get done.
All right, guys, thank you guys so much for sticking around and watching this video. If you guys have any comments, leave them down below. If you enjoyed the content, please go ahead and like and subscribe. And I will see you in the next video.
Peace. Alright guys, Bo's Corner checking out. You guys like, subscribe, you know, tell your friends, comment. You know, I'm gonna post this on video on Snapchat, Instagram, and Facebook, and I love y'all. Bye.